All right. All right, guys. Let's get started. We started with 20 jumping jacks. Once you got your 20, straight leg march. 5 each side. And then follow that up with arm series. And then from there, we got 3 Jefferson curls. Tuck in the chin. Roll down a little bit of that vertical strap. Check this out.
So I'll give you one more. It's like 8 feet long. So tie this around your door and take attachments. Right? So typically for the high attachment, you just do it off the TRX. So if I say high attachment for the band, you'll have the loop in the TRX already there.
Oh, and not.
Yeah. You just loop the band through itself like you would on the back.
And from there, let's get 10 squats.
Woo! For the meeting point, just with the
My legs are still a little cooked.
Monday. Low point below the bottom edge, so it doesn't pull up as you start rolling. Alright? And then TRX, something like, say you put the TRX like too close to the end of the door, put it closer to the end so you're not under. Yeah, I don't want that long. And ideally pulling against the closed door, so it's against the back of the jab.
And from there, let's go scales. 3 each side, reaching out nice and long.
I've leaned back a couple times.
Straight line, balance.
That's really it. So I perfect. I had a little knife that looks a little janky with this one, so just to see if it knots. So since you're tall, I just want to go yeah, then out of it. Totally fine. So just do this one.
And from there, going nice and wide. You got sunrise mornings, 3 each direction, slow, wide circles.
Oh yeah, perfect. Good. All right. Then you're good to go. Let me just measure this out.
Once you get your 3 each direction, stay wide, walk it out, let's get 5 push-ups. And then we're going to continue to stay wide, reach up. Nice and tall, hinge through. We got 5 passes back and forth. From the side, make sure that I'm squeezing my butt, reaching tall, not about the center being back. Push the hips back, and flat back. Once you're all done with those, we got knee hug. Hold for a couple seconds, quad stretch. Hold for a couple seconds. Try to point the knee directly down to the ground. So get 3 each side. I've been charging it.
Cool.
And once you got all those, just get 20 more jumping jacks. And let's follow it up with 5 more squats. Try to settle in a little bit deeper. This thing is flowing a little bit better. Good. We're going to go down to pigeon pose, kick the leg out. Nice long back leg. And switch to the side. From there, I'm going to get hand walks back and forth, walking my toes, up to my hands, as far, and then hands back to the feet. 2 passes each direction. Trying to keep my legs locked out the whole time. Once you got 2 passes each direction, going slightly wide, do the grab, the outside of the feet, broad, with those elbows into the knees, big makers. Squat out of it. Staying in that wider stance, let's get 5 wide squats. Tracking the knees out, flat feet. Nice flat back position. Once you got those, we're going for toe touchers. Turning your toe up, hinging back. Notice I'm not getting super far because I'm not allowing my back to just collapse. I'm trying to keep my back nice and tight. We got 5 each side. Getting 5 each side. And from there, we're going to go through just an elongated goat stretch all together. Leg is nice and far back. I'm trying to drop my elbows down to the ground. My foot stays flat. Hips just falling down the ground, trying to hang out. From there, we're going to pick a side. Post up with my hand, long leg, rotate up. And then comes up, rotate to the other side. Drop the knee, twist behind, reach. leg, grab that toe. Okay, just put a little weight down here, open up that hammy a bit. And then let's go to the other side. Elbows drop to the ground. Big side, post up, long leg, rotate. Post up to the other side, rotate. Drop the knee. Rotate across the leg. Try and pull it back behind you. And then long leg. With that hammy. Okay, relax for just a moment. I'm gonna make some adjustments, fans, and music and stuff. I know for sure my voice does not carry over all that stuff very well. Okay, we're going to start with strengths and positions. Very simple, you're grabbing your orange band, skinniest band. You got two choices. You can either go double thickness or you can go single thickness. And what we're going to do is have thumbs pointed towards one another. And the mechanic here is we're just going out, back to recovery, out, back to recovery. So that's it. You're just finding this tempo, and you're getting 15 each direction. And what we're trying to avoid is just kind of going back and forth like this. Make sure that you end back at recovery with the hands towards the middle so you get a good scapular retraction each and every time. We're getting 15. You're going on your own count. One hand is high, one hand is low. Fighting back towards recovery. I'm trying to get a good squeeze back behind me. That is the end game. And the hands just oriented to get a couple of different angles as we go through this. Once you get your 15, go ahead and relax. You can set that band down. Next, we've got push-ups, a bit of volume. So if you're going to use your TRX or your suspension trainer, get a decently high angle. This is going to be a little short for me, so again, I'm going to go to the ground. But if you were going to use this, quite simply, you're just going for some push-ups here. I'm going to go on the ground. I'm going to attempt to get through this whole thing. We're going for 30. One unbroken set of 30. That's it. 30 push-ups, a little more volume. Hopefully all the drills we've been working on get you a couple reps deeper than you would normally get. So on your own, guys, knocking out 30. Let's see how it goes. Oh, man. Hard one, barely got it. but got all 30. Okay. Need to catch my breath a little bit. Okay, next item, overhead squat. 10 with a 2-second pause. You're grabbing a band. I'm gonna go with skinny band just because, man, this fries my shoulders like crazy. It's hard to hang on. 10 reps, 2-second pause in the base. We'll do them all together, just so you have some tempo to think about. So, what you're gonna do is find your squat stance. Up overhead, and we're gonna squat from here. So everyone go ahead, find this position. Basically kind of like a Starman kind of thing going on. Okay, and here we go. We're going down, hold, 1,000, 2,000, back up, and down, 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 1,000, 2,000, back up. That's 4, this is 5, down, 1,000, 2,000, back up, and 6, down, 1,000, 2,000, back up, 7, down, 1,000, 2,000, back up. This is 8, down, 1,000, 2,000, back up, and down, 1,000, 2,000, back up, and 10, down, 1,000, 2,000. Holy moly. Oh, my shoulders, man. It doesn't take much. Brutal. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is some Turkish get up work. So this is going to look like maybe a couple of different shades. If you've never done these before, I'm going to go through and do mine and just holler out drills. And so it would be a complete follow along for about 10 minutes. Okay. If you are competent with these, go ahead and accumulate 10 each side, okay? So I'm gonna get some time on the clock and we'll go through it. And so you might hang with me for the first couple of drills and then just off on your own afterwards, okay? Let me put some time up. All right, we're gonna run through a drive with no weight first. We're eventually gonna use the sandbag. So what I want you guys to do is just check me out. I'm gonna breeze through it really fast just so you have a baseline of what we're doing. So I'm laying on the ground, I have an object. I pick an object, hand, go with my right hand. Left hand goes to the side. Right foot posts up. I go to my elbow, to my hand, underneath, stand, and then reverse, down, hand to the side, kick out, elbow, and I'm done, okay? So let's do that one all together. You guys are laying on the ground. I'm gonna scoot this so you can see a little better as you're going through it. Okay, laying on the ground. Let's all go with the right hand. So your right hand is up in the air. Your right leg is bent. So that's right here next to my butt. My left leg is long, left arm is out. So from there, all you're gonna do is punch up onto your left elbow. Everything else should be flat on the ground. My right foot is flat, left leg is long. From there, I go up to my hand. So I'm in this sort of half-seated position. And Ron, your foot is on the ground, okay, cool. And then from there, this left leg, I'm gonna elevate my hips, sweep it underneath, so I can get to here. I'm in this sort of funky, braced, lungy position, okay? From there, I go to just, say, a standard lunge position, and then standing up tall. Okay, fantastic. From there, let's go to the other side. Just because that gets a little tricky, you gotta reverse everything, what you're doing. So I'm back down on the ground, I've got my left arm in the air, right hand out to the side. This case, my left foot is gonna be braced into the ground, my right leg is on. So I'm hanging out, and I get to that elbow one more time. So I'm on my right butt cheek, I've got my left foot posted in, I'm then going up to the hands. Then I elevate my hips, leg sweeps underneath. Lunge position, and stand. Cool. Let's add some outside load. Now, if you have a sandbag, that might be a pretty big jump, but we're gonna break it down into some bite-sized pieces and do some drills, which will work some of the positions that we're talking about, okay? So I'm gonna grab my bag and just kind of get it settled onto my chest, and I'm gonna lay down on the ground like so. So it's kind of draped across my chest. What I'm going to do is sneak my right hand underneath there, get a little bit of grip onto it, and then punch that into the air. So with the bag, you're going to notice there's going to be a lot of movement, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So a big piece of this is how can I stabilize the shoulder, elbow, and wrist as I go through it, okay? So hang out here for just a second. Let's talk about it. Packing that shoulder into the socket. Elbow is nice and locked out. I'm driving my fist to the ceiling, okay? From there, right foot, left foot is long. Very important, I have to accelerate as I drive my hand up to my elbow. Now you notice there's some momentum there. There's a lot going on. Okay, you may not be able to get up. That's totally fine. If you want to use a lighter object that you just happen to have laying around, totally fine. Okay, let's go back down. Notice all that wobbling. You got to stabilize and back up. We're going to do 2 more passes of this. So I'm accelerating, punch and crunch. Back down. Stabilize, stabilize. Accelerate, punch and crunch. And then back down. And then let that bag rest. Man, my shoulder is starting to get a little smoked already. So let's unpack that. The idea is I'm trying to keep everything stacked and locked out so that I can then turn up onto my elbow. Okay, let's move on to the next step. So once I've got that up there, and I'm stacked onto my elbow, so I'll let you guys get situated for a moment. Find yourself back to here. Got my hand on the bag, shoulders packed and locked out. I'm up onto the elbow. And then shimmying up onto the hand. So once I'm here, really the trickiest thing is making sure that this leg does the right thing. So what I want you guys to do is elevate the hips and hang out here for a moment. We're just holding. Hips are high, working hard. And then back down. Ooh, that stabilization is tricky. Elevate hips. I want lots of clearance. And then back down. And this time we're going to go all the way through. So my shoulder is absolutely fried at this point. This is sending home that message of I'm trying to stabilize. I go up with the hips and slide that leg underneath. Now usually once I get to here, I'm home free. I come up and stand tall. And whoo, and I can't hold on anymore. You can let it drop. Okay, so that being said, I'm just going to take a moment to see what everyone's got going on. So Derek, Ron, Janet, I know you've done these a million times. But let's just watch everyone do 1 pass each side. They give you guys something to work on. Dumbbell's fine. Yeah, if the bag is a little heavy, might be tricky. That's good, Ron. That's where you want to be. Try and pop up onto that left arm. There you go, Derek. Derek, if you have something slightly heavier, it's going to be helpful just because that weight is so light that you can kind of just stick it out to the side unrealistically. So I want something just heavy enough so that you got to work to keep that stacking going. And so, Janet, you got the steps down pat. No big deal, but that elbow with each movement kind of caves in a little bit, so trying to keep it locked out. So as you move, it stays totally there. You got it. There you go, Ron. That's good. This is going to get to those abs, all the ab stuff we've been talking about. Cool. From there, up onto that hand. So try and pop up, get a little bit higher, almost like into a sitting position. Yes, yes, yes. Try and stabilize. Elevate the hips, swing the leg underneath. That's okay. This is part of the process. All good. All right, guys. We got just 2 more minutes and then we'll move on. So Janet, another pass or two, trying to work on that elbow. Derek, if you have a slightly heavier object. And Ron, your goal is to get that leg through so you can get to a standing position. If that's all you get, that is totally fine. That is victory. Yes, Janet looking better with that elbow. There we go, Derek. That's looking good. Forcing you to stabilize with that slightly heavier object. Here we go, Ron. Pop up to that. Maybe try the other side. Other side might be more cooperative, unless that's the bad shoulder side. I gotcha. Here we go, Ron, swinging underneath. Yeah. Progress, man. It's all good. We'll get it down. Okay, looking good, guys. So you can relax, hang out. We're going to build in some tech here and there just so we can add more tools to the toolkit. So well done. Always little tweaks and bugs to work on. The next thing, we've got basically a long WOD ahead of us today. 2 10-minute AMRAPs with a 10-second rest, or 2-minute rest in between. So the first segment, super easy. It's jump rope, and it's a side-loaded bag squat. So your jump rope is just going to be 100 jump rope. However you want to get it done. Personally, I'm going to go for singles, right, left, just kind of skipping through it. So no big deal there. For your unilateral load bag squat, you're going to get a bag on your shoulder. Like so. That's it. So it's almost like I'm kind of, carrying something. And I'm going to squat like this. So let's get 5 each side, guys. Simple as that. I like to think of this just kind of keeps it in place. The other hand is just for some stabilization. And I've got 5 each side. And so, Ron, I would take that one arm, just kind of hold it in place, and then the other arm can be some counterbalance, just so you don't get too lopsided. Yes, sir. There you go. Cool. Pretty straightforward. So I got 100 jump rope. Anyway, if the jump rope just is unmanageable for whatever reason, you could always do 50, 75, 35. But it should be about a minute of jumping. Okay. From there, 10 each side. So it'd be 10 on the right. Probably for my switcheroo, I'm just going to take it over the back of my shoulder, and then I'm on the other side. No big deal. Okay. 2 minutes rest, and then from there, we're going to go for a single arm bag push press. So let's get this configured. So if I was going to take this from the ground, probably what I'm going to do is place my hand right in the middle and then hoist it up so that I'm hanging out like so. I've got kind of an older bag, so it's not going to be quite as stiff in the middle. So all I want you guys to do is get to approximately here. And then from there, I'm going to use my legs, dip and drive to get this up overhead. Let's get 5 each side. Good move with the dumbbell, Ron. That's probably going to be a better fit until that shoulder's feeling a little better. So Ron, you could go just quite literally just a dumbbell press. No need to use the legs, just nice and controlled. That would be fine. And don't worry about the squat mechanic. It's either just a little bit of push. Almost think of like you're cheating the weight up. Yep, that's it. It's just a little momentum, a little bit of power, a little leg drive. Cool, fantastic. Okay, other piece of that, so these are both just 2 movements put together, is gonna be 20 hollow rocks. Now right off the bat, this is gonna get pretty toasty pretty quick. So you might change this to 10, or you might change it to just like a 20-second hold or something like that. So could I see everyone gets 5 hollow rocks, you're just laying on your back, trying to point your toes, point your fingertips, and you're rocking back and forth. Simple as that. So if you can get 20 of those, fantastic, outstanding. If that's not quite there, okay, you can trim it down, or you could do just a hold. Okay. Any questions? Pretty simple. I'll be doing along with you, so be shouting out some stuff. And if you're lost of where we're at, you can just boom, look at me, and be right back on track. Okay. We get some time on the clock. We're going to be starting with the jump rope. So just have your jump rope handy. All right, guys, going in about 5 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. You're starting with your jump rope. 100 jumps. Any way you like. I'm just going alternating. Right, left, right, left. You can go 2 feet. You can go backwards. Whatever works for you. Once you get 100, you're moving on to your back squats. Goal would be to get through about maybe 5 rounds of this. A minute for your jump rope, a minute for your squats. Can you hang on to that tempo? Okay, there's my 100. Once you get your 100, 10 on one side, 10 on the other. For these bag squats, guys, there's going to be a tendency for that bag to pull down that one shoulder, trying to stay nice and square throughout. That's why I've got this hand out here to balance, counterbalancing this other side. And once I got my 10, boom, transition, any way you like, whatever works for you. Whew, okay. Back to the jump rope. I'm about right on a minute in a minute. Trying to keep that tempo. If your jump rope starts to flow, you can always start to speed it up. I'm not quite there. I'm already winded. So just trying to hang on. Whew. All right. As you guys start to feel that burn in your legs, you notice I'm using my arm to kind of dictate a flow. Very methodical. Can be helpful to just keep finding reps where that fatigue is saying, no, I'd rather not, I'd rather take a break and shake it out. Approaching the halfway mark, guys. About 5 minutes down, 5 to go. Nice job, Janet. Way to keep motoring through it. Here we go, Ron. Let's get that bag. Here we go, Derek. Nice deep squats. So you got 5 minutes ahead of you. How are you going to survive that 5 minutes? Do you have some gas in the tank? Can you keep going? Pick up the speed? Or do you need to slow down that tempo? Survive a little bit. In any event, I'm going to ask that last minute, guys, because we're working towards rest. I'm going to ask for that last minute to be a sprint. You're trying to get in whatever you can in that final minute. But for now, just nice and methodical. Four minutes to go. As those legs start to fatigue, make sure your mechanics stay intact. Don't want to find ourselves on the toes. Nice flat feet. Working for your depth. That means you got to slow it down. That's totally fine. My legs are still a little toasty from Monday. So these squats are catching up pretty quick. Gotta slow it down to keep it moving. Goodness, all right. 2.5 to go. Once we get to that 1 minute mark, turning it up, going for a sprint. Alrighty guys, at the finish of whatever your next set you're on is probably going to be when you start sprinting. We're going in 45 seconds. Finish that last minute strong. Whatever you have left in the tank, because we got 2 minutes rest. $30 seconds. $15, coming up on that final minute. In 3, 2, 1, and here we go, guys. Final minute. Turn up the gas a little bit. It's just 1 minute. And we're working towards rest. Moving, moving, moving. Seconds. Keep it motoring, guys. Don't let up. 15. Come on, man. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. We got 2 minutes rest. Nice job, guys. Approximately same thing coming up. 10 minutes, 2 movements. Take a breather, grab a sip of water. I'm just grabbing a different bag. Hopefully, y'all's bag is a little more sturdy like this one. Not so worn out. Makes it a little tricky. All right, we got a little less than 1 minute. Push press, dip and drive with the legs. This is gonna get pretty toasty on the shoulder pretty quick. And then hollow body rocks. Use your legs to your advantage. It's gonna help tremendously to keep that shoulder moving. Otherwise, you'll just get kind of stuck. Won't be anything left to do. All right, guys, 30 seconds. Going for about the same thing. First 9 minutes is rhythm, tempo, consistency. Try and just lose yourself in the movements. Final minute, a little bit more of a sprint. We are going in 10 seconds. I'm gonna place my hand right in the middle of that bag, hoist it up to my shoulders, and then get going. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and we got 10 each side. I'm using that hip drive to full advantage. Spare my shoulders for as long as possible. Hollow rocks, point the fingers, point the toes. No need to go high. Height is not what we're going for. You're the bottom of a rocking chair. Trying to maintain the same position as you rock. We're going for 20 of these. I don't think I'm going to hang on for 20 for very long. Maybe the first set. Oh, that's already pretty spicy. Alrighty, guys, you got your movements. You're moving back and forth. Same thing. Maybe about 5 rounds. 1 minute per sequence of movements. Oh, man. Whew. That shoulder, it's getting a little spicy already. That's where his legs come into play, guys. goodness. Woo! I'm trimming my hollows down to 16. Because my abs are not feeling it. Maybe I'll go 20. I'll just tuck in the leg. That's totally fine as well. That'll actually make the rock a little bit more advantageous. Switch which leg. Oh my goodness. Tucking that leg in, guys. Very helpful to keep that hollow body moving. So run, think less of hands to feet and more just rocking back and forth, just a subtle rock back and forth. Do the best you can with it. Try and develop that movement pattern. Oh, man. Woo! Almost halfway, guys. 6 minutes. 4 down, 6 to go. Oh. Ah. I'm starting with those one-legged ones so I can get my full 20. Hang with 2 legs if you can. Brutal. All right. Second one, way less cardio, way more muscular fatigue. I just need a moment. My shoulders and abs to recover. Nice job, guys. Way to keep those legs involved. Keep those shoulders moving. 4 minutes to go. Oh, that left side, my goodness. Woo! Yo, break. You gotta break up those hollow body rocks, no big deal, guys. We got multiple strategies. You can trim off a couple reps if the abs just aren't there. Tuck in that leg, take a break. Oh, goodness. All right. We're running up on short time, about 2.5 minutes. Stay strong in the legs. Legs should be relatively fresh. Keep that bag moving up overhead. 2 minutes to go. All right, guys, that final minute sprint, it's coming up. Get your mind ready. Just step on the gas. Oh, goodness. All right, guys. Final minute. That sprint coming up. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Final minute. Whatever you guys got left. Trying to keep it moving. Just 30 seconds. "15 seconds. I'm just hollow rocking until the beep. Keep it moving, guys. Trying to stay tight, finish strong. And rest. Woo! Nice job, guys. All right. Get a little stretching going. First, open up those abs. So I'm gonna go your push-up position. Point the toes. Brace myself with my arms. Allow the hips to drop. But very important, I don't want to feel any of this in my low back. I want to squeeze my butt to expose my abs and my hip flexors. So you're gonna open up my abs. From there, I'm going to go back onto the hips, walk my fingertips out. I've got puppy dog. We'll stay here for 10 deep exhales. From there, let's go flat. Reach an arm out. Kick a leg over. Twist across. So Ron, you're going to take your left arm and then tuck it back underneath you. Yep, it'll be backwards behind you. Good. Now you're thinking about pinning that shoulder to the ground with your arm nice and long. So you can see my fingertips out here. We'll review this one on Thursday. We'll debrief it because this will be a good one for you. And let's go to the other side. Relax. From there, just drop the hips, hit those abs. One more time. Point the toes. And then from there, kick a leg forward for pigeon pose. And you're just trying to melt down to the ground. Nice. And relax. And let's go to the other side. And relax. Nice job, everyone. Way to hang with some longer intervals. Work on some technical stuff today. Fantastic job. How's everybody feeling? Good? Everyone's in that kind of like, I just did a whole bunch of stuff. Nice work, guys. So in the next couple of weeks, we're gonna have some more